Let's talk about money. You don't know your numbers.
Holy fucking Christ.
I hope you're religious, because you should be praying.
Have you lost your fucking mind?
How the fuck are you running a business? So you're not managing money. What the fuck is wrong with you?
This is not business.
What were you spending your money on? I need you to start exercising fucking severe and extreme fucking emotional control around money.
On this episode of The Hustle with Justin Harrison.
You're running it like a personal piggy bank. It's not a business. Don't talk cuck. Business is about numbers. You're not running a business.
Yes.
Literally, that's what this business is running on, is prayers. You're running a taste neighborhood. You're not running a business. Ek dink jy praat kak. Are you out of your mind?
We're here in the south of Johannesburg today, coming to help a business that is in desperate need. Since COVID, their business has been obliterated. We're going to see if we can come in here and breathe some life into this business, breathe some life into the entrepreneurs who are desperate for help and desperate for direction.
The first session we're dealing with finance, but I want to first quickly talk about just what I'm seeing looking at the business. Just my first impressions. Very fucking outdated. Very outdated. You're selling a beautiful product that requires a beautiful showcasing. And it's not about the space, it's not about the location, it's about presentation. And people will perceive your product based on how they look at what they're seeing.
Okay.
There is a reason why some people will pay more for certain products, even though it's fundamentally the same product. I mean, a cake is a cake is a cake in many respects, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough, some cakes will taste better, but they're actually buying the decoration, right? And if I look at these businesses, all of these locations, the same thing sticks out to me in all of them. Very outdated.
Outdated.
Your display cases are unappealing. There's fucking bullshit clutter everywhere, like these shelves. You've got to learn how to present. You've got to learn how to decorate a shop window. And you've got to create an experience for people. Because at the end of the day, for somebody to come and spend 500 or 600 or 700 rand on a cake, they've got to feel like they're buying more than a cake.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense, yes.
So I want to just quickly show you something. There's a business in KZN that I support. I've watched her grow this from very much where you're at the moment, little cottage industry from home. This is her flagship store she just opened.
Oh, Wedgwood, yes.
Yeah, I just want you to have a look at that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Huh?
Yeah. Okay, that does look...
Do you understand the difference?
Okay, yes. Okay, and where is she located? In Belito?
In Belito, but she's got locations all over the show.
All over.
She's got like at farm stalls in the Midlands, and it looks just like that.
Okay.
White, clean, simple. The staff wear an apron.
Yeah.
They look like maitre d's.
Right, yes. Okay. I do get what you're saying. Okay. The one shopping mall, we had Santon, boys from Santon come in, revamp the whole mall. And then they get the shoppers who shop there, come to the stores in their pajamas, with their slippers, to come and shop at Pick n Pay. So that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. I do think I could do better with my shop's presentation.
Much better.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be that.
But
I want to give you
to upgrade it
an idea of, and we said the same thing in the last business we're in. You need to show product, not cluttered.
Okay.
It needs to have a lot of white space around the product. You need to present the product.
Not a spaza shop.
Not a spaza shop. You get it.
Not a shop. But it mustn't look
Do you
empty.
like walking into Woolworths?
Yeah.
Is it better walking into Woolworths than, let's say, Checkers?
Well, it was 10 times better, yes.
Okay. You understand you need to create a feeling.
Okay, maybe that's where I'm lacking, definitely.
Okay. It's too much cottage industry, Taiscom base,
Okay.
and not enough upmarket farm store.
Upmarket.
Because I promise you can add another 100 rand onto your cakes just by presenting it differently. When I say scenting the shop, I mean coconut, flowers, chocolate, If you want to sell hamburgers, you fry onions.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Okay, coconut scent, chocolate scent.
You get what I'm saying? Cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon.
It must smell like baking. When people go in there, they must have a sensory experience.
Okay.
It's about what they see, it's about what they feel, it's about presentation. And when I say every year you should update your look, just small little things. Change the artwork a bit.
Okay.
Put a new flower over there.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I'll do that. I can do that, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Get the girls for this year to wear pink bows in their hair, next year blue bows.
Okay.
You need to keep a reason for people to keep coming back. But this is doily vibes. This is Tukar Sadar. This is doily vibes we got going on here. Eh?
It's just, otherwise, for me, it looks too empty.
For a woman of 39, this is not modern enough. Okay. Right.
Okay.
So those are my first impressions. But
Okay.
we'll come back to marketing and presentation. We'll get deep into that. So now let's talk about money. Okay.
Sure.
You got 4 locations. Am I right?
Yes.
Now, does that include the one house that's baking?
Yes, yeah. That
Okay, so it's actually 3 retail locations.
3 retail, yes.
And one is for production.
Yes,
Okay.
one is
Now, the one for production, how much of the stock that goes into the retail comes from there? Is it 50% of the stock, 60% of the stock?
Probably about 70%.
70%.
Between
So you're only
60
buying in about 30% of finished product from somebody else.
Yes, yeah. The product that they supply is on consignment.
Okay.
So if you bake a lemon meringue, you
Yeah.
bring it into the shop. If it sells, the shop takes 30 or 40% of that.
Do you differentiate that product from your products on the shelf?
Yes, because I don't. The stuff that I make, other people don't make.
Okay, but if I walk into your shop, how will I
Yes.
know the difference?
You won't.
Okay, so there needs to be a corner for other people, and there needs to be a corner for yours.
At the moment, that's not necessary because at the moment I supply.
Because you haven't differentiated yourself yet. When you get into the marketing discussions,
Okay.
you need to differentiate yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Let's talk about turnover most recently. Let's talk about what does that look like. Monthly turnover combined. I'm not interested in the individual locations. Your business as a whole, what is it turning over
So about
in total?
in total.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your margins on that. Not net margin, your gross margin.
Explain.
So
So it would be what?
your turnover, right? How much of that is cost of product? Not staff, not salaries, not expenses, just the raw materials.
I have no idea.
And that's why you got a fucking problem. First problem, you don't know your numbers.
No.
Okay, you need to know what your gross profit margins are, right? So let's say, for example, let's say you're selling this cake for 100 Rand, as an example. You need to know exactly what it costs you to bake that cake, to the cent. Okay, but not just the cost of what it costs to bake it, the cost to transport it from the home into the shop. Now, I'm not including things like rent because rent is an expense.
Yeah, I know.
It's not a cost of goods.
To finish. Okay.
Okay, so
that's 1
gross
month.
profit is what is the actual cost of goods. So you need to know what your gross profit margins are.
Okay.
Reason being is if you're on a 50% gross profit margin, right? You then know that 1,000 you've got 50,000, which has got to cover expenses,
Okay.
right? But at the moment you're working straight off turnover.
Okay. So I will have to recost.
So you have no idea what your gross profit margin is, and that's a problem.
Yeah, it is a problem.
Okay, so now if I ask you how much do you make as a percentage on the cake that you sell in the retail outlet versus the one that you sell into the spas,
Yeah, I won't be able to tell you.
you're not running a business. Business is about numbers. You have to know your numbers.
It used to be so simple, but it's not simple anymore.
No. This is always the way it's been. Those businesses that grow know their numbers. If you're only making 20% on cakes going into spa, but you're making 100% on cakes that you're selling in the shops, you then know which products to focus on.
Okay.
Now let me ask you this, what is your most profitable product line? Not which sells the most, your most profitable. Let me answer for you, you don't know.
I don't know.
You're not running a business.
Yes.
You're not running a business. I hope you're religious. Because you should be praying.
I am praying.
Because literally that's what this business is running on, is prayers. Right? Because you don't know your numbers. How can you grow and expand your business if you don't know what your most profitable product line is?
Okay.
Which is your most profitable store? And I'm not asking which does the most turnover, I said most profitable.
I'm thinking.
Do you really know?
No.
Okay.
I don't really
Because you
know,
don't know the numbers.
Oh, because I don't know the numbers.
So you're not running a business. You're not running a business. You're running a taste and average.
Yes.
A business, you must know that product I make 100% margin, that product I make 50% margin,
Okay.
that product I make 50% margin. Like, you know what, the product that's making 50% margin is actually taking up all of my time to produce it, when for less effort I'm making more money on that, so let's drop that product. All of a sudden, we don't have this.
All right.
A shitload of stuff to sell based on no real understanding of what the margins are.
Okay.
Fewer products, more profitable products.
Okay, it makes sense.
Okay, let's talk about net margins.
Yeah. What's it?
Let me guess, you don't know.
No.
So you have no idea how much money you actually make at the end of every month.
No.
So how the fuck are you running a business?
I run it my way.
But that's not running a business. You're running it like a tuck shop. You're running it like a personal piggy bank. It's not a business. How do you grow and build and expand on something if you don't know whether you're making money or not and how much you're making?
No, I never thought of it like that.
That which we
Honestly.
track and monitor, we improve. So you literally, let me give you the example. If I said to you, let's go fly SAF Air tomorrow and let's blindfold the pilot, how are you going to feel?
No, we're not doing it.
But that's what you're doing. You're running your business with a fucking blindfold on.
At the moment, yes.
No.
I wasn't before. But
So
at
you
the
used to know
moment-
your margins. Ek dink jy praat kak. Have you ever known your margins?
Never.
Then you're not running a business. Have you ever known your most profitable product line based on input costs, based on cost of production, based on time taken to produce that product?
No.
Not a business.
It's just worked.
No, it's just luck.
Okay. All right. Then I have been lucky, but I'm not lucky enough.
Because people are addicted to sugar, that's why.
Yes. Probably.
Okay? No, literally, this is the problem,
Yeah, I
right?
know.
And remember I said to you before we got started here, COVID didn't fuck people's businesses up. People's businesses were already fucked. It just put a spotlight on, and it condensed what would have inevitably happened over a longer period of time, and it condensed it, right? If you don't know your numbers, if you don't know your product line, if you don't know your margins, you can't build your business.
Let me tell you something. A lot of people became bakers during COVID, eh? A lot of people didn't go to the shop. A lot of people started doing their own.
Let me stop you right there. So now we're entering into what I like to call victimhood side of things. I'm a victim because of COVID. I'm a victim because people started baking. I'm a victim because people started watching Cake Boss. Let's take this off the table, right? There are also those who baked the fucking cakes and realized how much goddamn work it was and said, fuck, I'll rather go to the taste and average. Okay, so you're only looking at the part that suits your story.
Okay, you are correct.
Right?
Yes, you put a good spin on things.
So the bottom line is, you haven't been running a business. You need to get your financials in order.
I do. I absolutely do.
Okay.
100%
So
correct.
do you have a profit and loss report? No.
No.
Okay, so you have no idea how much money you made or lost this week.
No.
I know how much money I make every day
Really? Oh, gosh.
across every business unit.
Yeah.
I know in every single one of the bank accounts how much money is in there, what is going out. You got to know your numbers. It's a business. You must understand something. If you don't take care of the numbers, you can't see what's happening in the business. It's a diagnostic tool. It tells you whether you're in the right direction or not.
Okay.
How do you drive on the road and know the speed limit? You look at the fucking speedometer.
Yes.
You're not looking at the speedometer here.
Okay. right?
That's why I said I hope you're religious, because you're flying on blind faith at the moment. You're the blindfolded pilot who's got a 30% pass rate.
Yes, that's why.
So with the blindfold off, we've got a 70% chance that we won't land. With the blindfold on, there's a fucking 100% chance we're not landing.
We're going to fix it.
So you need a profit and loss report. Now let's talk about your assets and liabilities. What are your assets? What are your liabilities?
Well, they are the profit, the assets of the business are the mixers, the mixers that we have, the computers.
Okay, so the hard assets, what are we sitting on? So hard assets are the stuff you're referring to: equipment, computer stuff, the shelving, all the rest of the shit.
All that. Across the board, through all four?
Yes.
Oh, that is so difficult.
So you don't know?
No.
A business is supposed to have an asset register every year. How do you know if you're building asset in the business or not? Let's talk about your stock holding. How much money have you got in stock at the moment? Cake, flour, actual cakes, actual product on shelves. Give me a rand value. The actual number.
No.
Let me guess you don't know.
No.
You're not running a fucking business. You're not running a fucking business.
Go get the tissues. I was supposed to start early.
You're not running a business. You don't even know how much stock you have.
I don't know. That's a time thing. You've got to really have time.
It's called running a business.
Oh, how much?
How do you know when to order stock and when to not order stock? What is this based on?
We go.
A little bit of this.
No, we go and have a look and say there's only 2 bags of flour. It's the 20th of the month. Let's get 30. Or let's get 40. If we run out, we'll go to Macro and we'll go and get another.
Are you listening to yourself? You are reacting to problems, right? So you're not running a business. You're just reacting at whatever life throws at you. A business is about getting ahead of the problem. The reason why you do numbers and you do forecasting, you do financials, as boring as it sounds, you then know, hey, I've got enough stock till the end of the month. I don't have to run to Macro, right? Okay. I don't have to waste that time. Instead of my time running to Macro, I should be spending marketing the business and getting more business in. But now I'm in my car going to go buy fucking flour.
Right, okay, all right.
Right?
So rather get extra flour.
No, rather know how much you need.
That doesn't work in my business.
You have to figure it out. It works in every business. Don't talk cuck. It works in every business. Don't talk shit. It works in every business. You can work out, if you sit down and do the numbers, you can work out exactly how many cakes comes out of a bag of flour.
Yes, you
can. So then you can quantify it.
Yes,
you can work out a tub of butter, how many cakes is it going to bake.
Yes, you can.
And if you know how many cakes are selling in every product line, you know how much quantity of goods you need. Chefs do this all day in restaurants. They don't just go, we need something in the back kitchen, yeah? They order beforehand. And let me tell you why. Cash flow management. Money in, money out. You're reacting to the problem instead of getting ahead of the problem.
Okay.
There's no amount of justification here. There's not a, you could be right, you are wrong.
Okay, get ahead of the problem.
Just accept it.
Okay, fine, cool.
There's nothing you can say that's going to change it. It's a fact.
Okay, get ahead of the problem.
That's why you have to run financials. That's why you have to know what's going on in your business. Let's talk about liabilities.
Liabilities, as in examples? Debt. No, I don't really do debt.
No debt. You've got no terms with suppliers. That's debt. Okay.
But at the moment, the invoices come in, we stick it on the wall. When I have to pay them, I pull them off the wall, and I only keep them about 5 or 6 or 8 of them.
So it's a good system. There's nothing wrong with it, right? You seem to be relatively frugal and good with money, relatively, except for the fact that you are just reacting instead of physically having a plan, which is why you don't have a couple of million put away in a Swiss bank account yet.
Yeah, it's coming.
Right?
It's coming.
You've got to get ahead of the problem. Okay? So the one thing I can tell you that you've done well, you haven't taken on debt.
No.
There's no overdraft?
No.
There's no credit cards?
There is credit cards, yes.
Linked to the business or linked to yourself?
No, linked to myself, not the business.
Okay, so are you a problem with money?
No, I'm not a problem.
So why do you have credit cards? Do you need them?
No, it's just convenient. I don't like to...
A debit card works exactly the same way. Why do you have to have a credit card?
Because I've always just had one. I've always just had one.
A bit like the doilies. Eh?
Okay.
Like I said, we have to move you into modern times, right? Okay. So
Oh, the Voyager miles. You get Voyager miles on the credit cards, you see?
when last did you use your Voyager miles?
In 2020, I think.
Okay. Okay. Right. You need to get a proper set of financials into your
Okay.
business.
All right, yeah.
If I want to come and buy your business, now if I want to come and buy your business, what are you presenting to me?
I can't show you anything.
So first of all,
I'm the bookkeeper,
so it's a
I'm the
so it's a
accountant.
non-saleable business. You haven't built up an asset.
No, I'm not
Okay.
selling it.
And but if you ever wanted to, the whole purpose of building a business is one day to sell it so you can retire and make a shitload of money,
I never thought about selling the business.
which is why you're not running a business. You build a business to make a shitload of money out of it and eventually sell it. You can't run it till you're 150.
I never thought of selling it. I never thought of really selling it. I
What
thought
happens
of
if-
closing it.
You're closing it. So
Yes.
you're gonna take all your life's work and just close the fucking doors. Are you out of your mind? Okay, let's stop here. Let me explain something to you. No. You need to get this in your head. You need to understand this. Okay, you're currently doing 1,000 a month. Let's make an assumption that if you actually were doing your financials properly and you got your margins in and you started controlling the business financially, let's assume you're making 50 grand a month. Let's assume.
Okay.
Okay, 50,000 rand a year. Assets, liabilities, multiplied by goodwill, multiplied by, let's say, a factor of 7. Your business is probably worth 1 million rand.
Really?
So you still want to close the fucking doors.
No. Maybe not. No, maybe not.
Understand in business,
Okay,
you make
it's
money
the
when
numbers.
you're making money, and then the end goal is always to sell at some point.
Okay. Right. Then.
When you no longer want to work, you want to sell it. And take your couple of million rands and go off into the sunset and retire.
Okay.
And bake cakes at home for your husband.
No.
Okay?
No. He wants me rather to open a brewery, like a...
But you understand what I'm saying. You're missing the compounding effect of money in business. Why do you think I'm an entrepreneur? I'm not an entrepreneur just to make money every month. I'm building assets that I'm going to sell down the line. 109 of them I've started, and a shitload of them I've sold.
Okay.
Right? You don't just close the fucking doors. Are you mad? All your life's work.
I don't know.
You're just going to close the doors.
Not everybody's into this game. This is a very, very difficult, very hard game.
That's because you haven't. That's because you haven't mechanized it yet. You haven't turned it into production line. You haven't made it efficient. This is the idea that's in your head at the moment. You haven't turned it into a saleable asset. You aren't running a business.
Okay.
Right? I showed you the Wedgwood lady's shop.
Yes.
Right? Now that lady was like you. She started from home in the Midlands.
Okay.
Right? She's now got a highly purchasable business.
Okay. So I must look at it definitely from a different perspective.
100%.
Obviously, I think when the
take your
numbers-
emotions out of it. Take the wonderful forest fairy ideas that are going on there and treat this like a business.
Okay.
It's a business. Okay, you need a balance sheet, an income statement.
It's always been very small. The business has been it's always had, well, it's never been.
One of
like
your
it
questions,
is.
if I'm mistaken, was how the fuck do we grow this thing? In a nicer way. Am I wrong?
I think.
How do we expand? How do we grow? How do we amplify our marketing? Why are you wanting to do that? Are you wanting to stay at grand, or you want to sell
No.
$1 million rands worth of cakes?
A million rand would do
So what's this
nicely.
bullshit we're talking about? It's always been a small thing.
Yeah, well,
Who
it's
gives
just
a shit?
grown.
Where do you want to go?
I want to grow it.
So then you need to start doing this properly.
Okay. So the balance sheet, the income statement, and then tax.
P&L report,
What's it?
profit and loss.
P&L report.
You need to know exactly what your input costs are on product.
Input costs.
Okay, quickly talk to me about the consignment stuff. Okay, a product comes in at, let's say you're selling it for 200 as an example. What do you take?
We take between 1 and 5% of the if the product sold.
How did you get to that number?
I didn't get. That's the norm. That's the
From who?
Well, when I purchased my first business, that lady who sold me the business to all...
A bit like this fucking doily, right? We're just doing the same thing. It's like the same thing historically, am I wrong?
No, but you can't go and say to the baker, okay, listen, I'll take 50% commission for selling your product.
Hang on.
Or 30 or 20%.
Hang on. But I asked you, how did you get to the percentage? What was the mathematical formula for getting there?
I didn't get to the percentage. When I purchased the business...
So you historically inherited it? A lot like a doily.
Yes, a lot like the doily.
Okay. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
we need a formula for this thing here.
Okay, now out of that percentage, the rent must come out of there, the wages, the telephone,
yes,
and the
correct.
must come out of that percentage.
But you don't know what percentage of expenses is to gross profit, right? We're making 100 Rand on this, 20 Rand is expenses. You know it's 20%, so you could say, okay, 20% has to go to expenses. Therefore, I know I need to make 20%, so we're talking about 40%. There's no formula for this. You inherited this formula.
Yes.
And you didn't work this out, so you don't know what your input costs are, so therefore you don't know how to calculate it. I don't know if that, so I have no opinion on the percentage. My only opinion on this is, I have no fucking idea whether that percentage is right or wrong, because there's no formula to it.
Yeah, no, there's
it was inherited.
Yeah, it was.
Okay?
True, and we've all just stuck to the...
Do you like change? Because I'm sensing you don't.
I have to change.
No. I asked you, do you like change?
No, not really.
Okay. You need to become very comfortable being uncomfortable. You need to learn to like change. There's nothing wrong with change. It's like a holiday.
Okay.
What have you got in there for me to look at in terms of money?
All right. Done the bank statements.
Number 12, who's that?
She bakes the checkerboards for the store. The cash that comes into the business, we pay that over to the landlord.
Tell me about the Morena payment.
I'm a baker for the store. So I put in 50,000 Rands worth of product. The store takes their commission and I get paid.
Who owns the store?
I own the store. But I'm treated like a baker.
Are you baking the cake?
Yes.
Doesn't come from the house?
It comes from the house, but I'm baking it with the staff.
Okay. It should be from that. See, that should be seen separate. You are right at the end of the queue.
See, this is how I do it. Okay.
There we go.
This is how I do it. So I will take the credit card. These are the credit card payments that go into the bank account.
Got it.
Anything that's cash.
Where's your expense account? This is the shop's income. Where's your expense account?
The expense account.
Yeah.
The expense account is rent, telephone, wages, credit card commission.
Okay.
And then obviously...
okay, so this store 1 makes X amount. Store 2 makes X amount. Store 3 makes X amount.
Yes.
Okay. Where are you expensing production from?
Expensing production...
So the house. The house. Does it have its own bank account?
No, it doesn't have its own bank account.
Why? Where does the flour come from?
The flour comes from here.
Where's there?
If I supply...
Okay, now hang on, let me re-ask the question. There's a bag of flour in the house to bake the cake.
Yes.
Where's that cake going?
That cake's going either to one of the spas or to the stores.
So which store is paying for the flour?
Oh, the Benoni or the Malvern store is
paying for everyone's flour.
Everyone's flour, yes.
There's your problem.
Why?
There's your problem. You're running this business completely incorrectly.
Okay.
You've got production. That's the house. Let's call it the house.
Yes.
You've got shop, and let's call the other one spa.
Okay.
Okay. What we got? The Glen.
Yes.
We got Benoni. Is it Benoni?
Yeah, the Benoni falls under the spa.
Okay.
So we got Steeldale.
Steeldale, yeah.
And we got CBD.
CBD. Okay. Which one's buying the flour?
The Benoni, the spa.
So this one doesn't look very profitable. These look very profitable because they've got no input cost.
Okay.
So you should sell from this at a cost a cake to that, at a cost a cake. The cake is 200 Rand.
Right.
Okay? This here sells it for 400 as an example. The margin to this business is 200. The margin to this business is 200, and there's 200 left for production. I'm just giving you an example.
Okay.
Okay? This needs to run as a profit center
Okay.
because it is producing for every single outlet.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So it should have its own set of accounts. Every time it delivers 10 cakes, it must get paid from this store 10 cakes back here.
It does. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
No, because it's not, because this oak's paying here for the flour.
It just seems easier that way. It seems easier that way. I thought about this and I thought, how am I going to...
You chose to complicate shit by having 3 stores.
I know.
Okay? This needs to be your production hub and it needs to run on a profit center. It needs to cost out a finished product and supply that finished product to the retail store. This is the only way you're going to know whether the retail store is actually making money or not.
Okay, all right.
So the bottom line is you need to start getting some financial control.
Yeah.
Because the way you're doing it
That is not working.
is on the back of a cigarette box. Like that is literally the way you're running this.
Yeah.
You need profit and loss reports for every single one of those businesses. The retail shop and your manufacturing, your production, right? If every time you deliver 10 cakes to a store, they've got to pay you for those 10 cakes. Treat it like that is a customer
Okay.
from the house to
right.
the shop. Treat the shop like a customer.
Okay.
Supply it and charge it.
Okay. Right, that makes sense.
And then with the money that you're getting in production, you can start managing your supply of goods. How much you need to keep in stock, what your margins are.
I tell you, this is a whole kettle of fish. This is not easy.
Of course
This
not.
one's
called
not
business.
easy. No, I enjoy the other aspects of the business, the making, the creating, the...
I enjoy spending the fucking money, but you got to make it first.
Yes, that's the fun part.
Okay.
Okay, all right. No, I it's one of my goals is to get a better handle.
It's one of your weaknesses.
One of my weaknesses, but where there's weakness, there's got to be strength.
Okay.
It's got to be fixed.
On the next episode of The Hustle with Justin Harrison.
That gallery is terrible.
Do not sell on social media.
If you are better at marketing, it doesn't matter.
It's about positioning your product.
The backgrounds on these look terrible.
So you need to go from taste navrate to bespoke.
See, that's why I joined the Money Tribe. You're igniting like a flamethrower, you.